So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be heading into this first matchup between Z Warriors and Fanaticy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as Wei mentioned, well, just a few seconds ago, well, all of the winners within the wild card would go and stand a chance to win their part of a 10,000 Rand cash prize pool. So, first place will be taking 5 grand. Second place, 3 grand, and in the third place of Conquerors of Dawn, they would be taking home a whopping round of 2K. So, without further ado, Fanaticy with their first ban banning out the 1-1. I mean, I don't even need to say this anymore, but why has 1-1 been receiving so much hate? She's been banned out in each and every match since the MSA Cup, right? There was 1 or 2 games where she got picked up, but she gets nerfed. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. First ban right off the bat. Poor 1-1.
Well, we did see also in some of the other tournaments, 1-1 has an extremely high competition rate. And it's no wonder because you can see how dangerous she is even despite being nerfed the entire time.
Well, DBZ responding with the Lancelot and YSS. Right, both of these heroes, they should definitely be one of your top 3 contested heroes within any 5-man scene. As we do see Fanaticy does ban out the newly reworked Grok.
And Z Warriors banning out as well the Lapu Lapu. Both these 2 heroes have been extremely strong, but Scar picking up the Kalea.
I'm going to add to that, right? We know Z Warriors, they are well known for their unconventional picks. My question is, are they going to draw this unconventional draft into, well, the wild card of Conquerors of Dawn? I mean, we have seen that Z Warriors is very successful with their unconventional picks. I mean, seeing that Ruby Plague in the gold lane, full damage. Well, look, anything can still happen from Z Warriors. I'm just wondering if they are going to go for that normal draft of theirs, as we do see them picking up the Aurora and Garugacha.
Those 2 actually pair very well with the Avatar of Guardian going into the Frigid Glacier. The only problem is there's somewhat of a delay in both of the ultimates, giving Fanaticy a lot of time to escape if they have dashing skills like the Arlet picked up, and Fredrin also getting picked up quite quickly.
Yeah, well, 100%. I mean, you are looking for the initiator, re-initiator, and Fredrin, right? He just presents that initiation, and then you can get the Arlot or the Kalia to re-initiate. So you're going to have that crowd control, especially coming in with that skill from Fredrin if he gets that 1-2 combo and then popping the taunt. I mean, Kalia can jump in there, get the set with the Tsunami Slam, or Arnold can respond with the, well, final swipe. So, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, Fanaticy currently having a very strong draft, but looking at Super 17 picking up that Marsha and Anubis just responding with the Zetian ban.
The Marsha has actually been a signature pick for the side of Z Warriors. We have seen them play the Marsha on both the XP lane, but also in the gold lane, surprising several of their opponents.
Yeah, 100%. Cupcake with a response, definitely utilizing that 50 seconds into, well, this tournament drafting phase, as Cupcake does ban out Hayabusa. Hayabusa has lately been one of those heroes for me. If you pick him, it's going to be a very difficult time for your team. I mean, Hayabusa is a very strong hero, but he needs that, well, support coming in from early to mid game and get him fed. But DBZ responding with the Clint ban. Just waiting on Coco Pops with a response. Lotus, what are you thinking Coco Pops is going to ban? And oh, never mind, as Coco Pops does ban out. So no Electro beats for the side of Z Warriors.
Let me ask the two of you a question, right? Between Cocoa Pops and Cupcake, which would be the better name?
Cocoa Pops.
Cupcake.
We would split. Maybe we should ask the viewers to decide whose name do you like better, Cocoa Pops or Cupcakes?
I've been waiting for too long.
Snap, crackle, and pop as well. Spice Can Do It does pick up the carry. Cupcake does bring us Kimmy. So Fanaticy will be going in with that double MM. Look, Cupcake with the Kimmy. Kimmy has been a very prominent mage. I know there's a lot of viewers and, well, co-casters that doesn't like the Kimmy in the mage role, but since Kimmy has received that buff in the emergency buff update, she has been very deadly, as Cocoa Pops does pick up the Grangers, so that does bring in a double MM for the side of Fanaticy.
To be honest, as a Kimmy player myself, yes, I'm still learning. But she feels a bit awkward in the gold lane. It feels she feels so much more useful when played in the mid lane.
Well, I mean, Kimmy does pack a punch, especially with that traction pulse of hers. That is pretty much a very mobile implosion play. So, I mean, Kimmy does bring that knock up from that traction pulse and brings in the pull. So I mean, for me, Kimmy currently is a very good pick for the side of Fanaticy, as Anubis does pick up the Alpha.
Alpha has some good AoE damage. Paired with a Kimmy can do a lot of damage to the Fredrin and the Garagacha. But isn't the 2 tank dealers a bit overkill?
Well, no. I mean, early to mid to potentially late game, a double MM is very much what you need. I would actually prefer it going into mid to late game. But yeah, Fanaticy has a stronger draft in my opinion. But ladies and gentlemen, as I do see everyone is mentioning or sending through their messages, it seems like, and the consensus is Cocoa Pops over Cupcakes. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, Lotus and Mr. Waylander will be casting and taking you through the blow-by-blow action in this first matchup in this best of 3 series.
To the stream, everybody. I hope you're excited. This is going to be the first match in the best of 3, as Scapi mentioned, the wildcard qualifying round. It's 2 very strong teams against one another. It is Fanaticy and the unconventional DBZ. We know how much they love to play these unconventional styles of picks, right? So are we going to head into the game right now? As you can see, with the mid lane battle, I would say Lotus should go the way of Fanaticy. Oh, there's the stuns coming out. There's a bit of poke damage, but Anubis manages to retrieve that litho. But they're taking a lot of damage in here. Kalea engaging onto the Gato as Aurora Vegeta. Oh my goodness, is Kalea going to be in trouble? It has to force the flicker out. You don't want to go into a man fight up against a Gato very early on.
That is extremely true right now. Kalea actually does manage to come out quite safely. I thought she was gonna die there, but manages to escape. First turtle of the game is up and running in just around 30 seconds as well. But both teams making sure to try to control the mid lane quite well, but it was a 3v2 situation, making things a lot more difficult for the side of Fanaticy.
It was a lot more difficult with that particular engagement, but Fredrin, he is countered to a certain degree by the Aurora. He's just chasing the Aurora down. Aurora throwing a couple of spells out there, just wants to get a bit of poke, but Fredrin with the nice dodges. As both teams are setting up here around the mid lane. Gato being scouted out, misses the taunt, but there's the follow-up. They want to poke him down just to force him away, just to create that little bit of extra space in order to start this first turtle of the game. Granger with the rotation as well, but opting to go back towards the mid lane. Kimmy in the front line zoning. She wants to get that level 4 power spike, gets that traction pulse, but she's going to get stunned up. But there's the follow-up from the team. They are not into the mix. He's dashing around. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange, but Marshall with that delay comes into the Fredrin, hits the Praise's Wrath. and it's gonna be a 1-for-2 exchange, and the turtle going the way of ooh, the passive print proc as it's gonna be Vegeta CC'd up, the poke damage coming in, Ryan picking up yet another kill, and so that's 3 for 1, and the turtle going the way of Fanaticy are pulling themselves a, what, 1.5k gold lead there, Lotus?
Yes, it does seem so. Making sure to go quite strong, but Alpha managing to take down the Kalea in the meantime.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 3-2 kills going in the favor of Fanaticy at this moment in time. Goku here just waiting for a little bit of camp onto Coco Pops. Wants to have breakfast at supper time, but Coco Pops has managed to reposition.
Coco Pop sensing the danger, managing to elude that 3-man rotation coming out from the side of DBZ, but a 3-man rotation coming out from the side of Fanaticy, going out to Marshall and manages to take her down.
A beautiful final slash coming through there at the moment in time.
But in the meantime, the Alpha is a bit sneaky and takes the Fredrin's blue buff.
Camp onto Coco Pops. Wants to have breakfast at supper time, but Coco Pops has managed to reposition.
Coco Pop sensing the danger, managing to elude that 3-man rotation coming out from the side of DBZ, but a 3-man rotation coming out from the side of Fanaticy.
Camp onto Coco Pops.
Is up in just around 20 seconds. Both teams can't afford to lose any more members.
Exactly. Well, especially with that timer ticking down so quickly. It is the second turtle of the game. We know how hotly contested these neutral objectives are. We shall wait to see what fight is going to take place. The zoning is being not just there yet. Kimmy did go for the rotation towards the bot lane, giving Arlott the space to try to create some advantage. Aurora wants to get a bit of poke, but Goku, he's into the mix. They're gonna CC him up. Alpha tries to land, but there's the tsunami slam. Avatar of Guardian slightly not off the mark as the fight continues. Embrace's Wrath comes out, but from Fredrin as he's going in, but it only lands onto the one. Goku somehow managing to tank through all of this, and that's going to be a 3-for-1 exchange overall, and once more the turtle going the way of Fanaticy.
Right now with the sustainability coming out from the Fredrin and the Kalea, and with Granger having a bit more early game damage than carry.
Shall wait to see what fight is going to take place. The zoning is being not just there yet. Kimmy did go for the rotation towards the bot lane, giving Arlott the space to try to create some advantage. Aurora wants to get a bit of poke, but Goku is into the mix. They're gonna Fanaticy. They have a very strong position. Leading towards this mid-game part. Not going into the mix. There's the Spear of Alpha coming out, but oh my goodness, Frisian Glacier, the Avatar of Guardian was tried to be committed in there, but they were taken down way too quickly. Mid lane turret being pressured in with the double MM combo. They will be able to take it down, but I mean, Granger was on the top lane during this, but with that extra Kimmy damage coming through, so mid lane turret map is now open. All tier 1 turrets for the side of GBZ or Z Warriors have fallen.
Very much so. I must say, the Frederick Glaciers coming out from the side of the Aurora are so on point, managing to get 2 or 3 each time. The only problem is her team is either dead or not close enough to actually follow up and make it useful.
Yeah, it's the Frigid Glacier is there to deal with the Frigid, because I mean you need to control him up so that he can not land those skills and build up his stacks to hit the Appraiser's Wrath, because the Appraiser's Wrath does do a lot of damage. But Frigid into the mix, manages to taunt up the Marsha. He's in a 2v1 situation here, but he's continuing to fight while the final slash comes through. There's going to be the Appraiser's Wrath with the Avatar of Guardian as the follow-up. They're going in here now. The Frigid Glacier does land, but Kalia with the Tsunami Slam in response. Arlott still dashing it out. Double kill goes the way of the Granger, and that's a 4-for-1 exchange going the way of Fanaticy, and this is going to be the third and final turtle going their way as well.
That was beautiful. Frigid managing to take down the Marsha. Then he died in the
deal
end.
with the Frigid, because I mean you need to control him up so that he can not glam those skills and build up his stacks to hit the Appraiser's Wrath, because the Appraiser's Wrath does do a lot of damage. But Fredrin into the mix, manages to taunt up the Marsha. He's in a 2v1 situation here, but the Glacier is there to deal with the Fredrin, because I mean, you in your favor. Oh, but it's Blue Arlott with the unstoppable. Kimmy's taking a lot of damage. Kimmy gets taken down, but Arlott manages to get a double kill. Marsha with a beautiful play there, diving the Kimmy into the backline. But with this now, I think it's time for the side of Fanaticy to go for that jungle invades, put pressure across. They want to try to take some of this tier 2 turrets, but DB's... Oh, what a flicker final slash coming in from the Arlott. The Frigid Glacier does come up, but Arlott takes it out. Gary has to reposition, but there's Alpha. He zones right away, but he's taking a lot of damage. Granger's got him in his sights. Arlott underneath the tower one more time. Unstoppable for the Granger. Marsha tries to get the Diabot, pops one health bar, and another. It's gonna be an Avatar of Guardian coming through. The final slashes into the mix once more as Fanaticy repositioning somehow. The Appraiser's Wrath coming in a little bit too late. Goku surviving for a very, very long time there, but it's a Fanaticy putting on pressure here into the mid lane. They've popped the shield. It's just under 40 seconds to go. The Lord will be up soon. This is looking a little bit dire for the side of Z Warriors.
Very much so, and Granger, Coco Pops on this Granger just popping off very quickly. Already managing to get 486 stacks on the Granger. He's gonna deal a lot of damage way quicker than DBZ would want.
There's the final flash coming in from Arlott. That's Arlott. The Blue has been absolutely nuts on that Arlott. Redshot, almost being taken down. This is not the time to be taken down, because that could give Z Warriors the opportunity to come back up. But no, Fredrin, we know he's just going to heal back up really quickly. It is time for the Lord. They are blockading, shall we say, the side of Z Warriors into the base of Fanaticy.
It seems they want to go for this mid-inhibitor turret before trying to go for the Lord.
Oh, beautiful Frigid Glacier from the Aurora setting this up. Was this a bit of an overextension, but Coco Pop saying no, I'm gonna be eating everybody alive. He goes in for the triple kill, wants to go in for the Maniac, but Aurora manages to reposition. They're pushing now into the top lane. Marsha trying to find the angle to dive onto the squishies, but Kalia doing an excellent job zoning away. Arlott is there trying to find the angle. He's going in. They're doing so much damage. Legendary from the Granger. He is so incredibly fed right now. This could be a winning angle. No Lord necessary. With the double strap, they could be able to melt this down. Alpha trying to clear the wave though. The base is down, a half health. Kimmy trying to find the angle. The same with Granger. Granger doesn't have the attack speed. Oh, but Aurora with the play in, with the Frigid Glacier. There's the follow. Final slash does come out. Legendary for the Granger. It's a 3-for-1 exchange on just surviving by the skin of his teeth. And that's gonna be game, set, match. First game of this best of 3 going the way of Fanaticy. Action-packed from start to finish.
They were just dominant this entire game. Granger definitely capitalizing on that early game damage in comparison to the carry. And both teams just rotating beautiful, the side of Fanaticy rotating beautifully to help each other.
Yeah, they were. And you can see Coco Pops picking up the MVP, not just in the live chat, but also in the game itself.
What can I tell you, bro? Coco Pops over cupcakes.
No, cupcakes for life.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the audio in the replay stuff. I'll get that tested and fixed out for the next stream. Right? Anyway, I was just trying to set things up to see how it was going to work. However, we are going to be heading into the next match. Fanaticy laying down a marker here and taking this to match point. So they have that 1-0 lead at this current moment in time. The question is, can they take this 2-0, or will Z Warriors be able to even things out? What do you think, Scorpion?
Bro, Fanaticy, Z Warriors definitely has the potential to bring that one back. I mean, bro, the only thing that I'm wanting to see from them is that full damage Ruby. But Z Warriors definitely has the potential to bring this one back. I'm not going to take it away from them. Z Warriors is a very strong team. However, I do know that, as what I can see is their current roamer is not their original roamer. But nonetheless, Z Warriors does have the potential to bring this one back. Fanaticy should ensure that they've got a very strong second draft. I mean, that Fredrin combo, bro, I mean, what is the ideal combination that you want in any 5-man scene? If you want to 100% secure a victory for your team, what do you want in your 5-man scene? Initiator, re-initiator, damage dealer, crowd control, and what can I say? You see where I'm going with this, right? Or am I just my question was not rhetorical.
I was waiting for Lotus to answer. Since she's been receiving some coaching from a senpai, Gets. So I was waiting to see whether she was gonna answer that. Because I mean, if you were part of the academy, you would have heard about the different types of roles that we get. But anyway, as we know about all the roles, let's head into this next matchup here. And Lotus, just check if the captains are ready.
I already did, and both said yes.
Alright, excellent. So let's head into the next drafting phase. Now, let me just check if I did do the swap. Yes, I did. It is going to be, this time round, Z Warriors who will get that first pick coming through.
So, Vegeta with the first ban for the side of Z Warriors.
Might want to ban out not the Fredrin, I think it's the Kalea. There's a reason why her contention rate and ban rate is so high, and there it goes.
Although, wait, I'm not gonna lie, it seems like everyone is loving your white tie tonight. That drip is looking extra fresh as Fanaticy does ban out the YSS. Z Warriors does respond with the Granger ban. Well, and what? Nonetheless expected. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There is yet another 1-1 ban as Z Warriors does respect that Fredrin.
Should petals fall.
Lancelot also getting banned out from the side of Fanaticy. Scott, it's no longer a surprise anymore if one gets banned. It's just one of those givens.
You know, that is why I've been so sarcastic, especially into, well, this, the second phase, the second match between Z Warriors and Fanaticy. Vegeta currently having the option with the first pick and does pick up the Gourd. I mean, when last have you seen, well, Gourd is a very strong mage, look, but the problem is if you don't hit his combo, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you are pretty much done for. As we do see Blue, Adrian responds by picking up the Benedetta and Roger. So we will see that Lycan Pounds and Ecliptic Blades coming in from the Benedetta.
These picks, the Gourd is in a lot of danger because once Gourd uses that ultimate beam, then the Benedetta or the Roger can just kill him easily because he's stationary during his ultimate.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is quite weird.
My fist is always the right answer for the tough questions.
Sorry, I'm just asking someone a question real quick. Sorry, Wei, I'm not speaking on behalf of you. I will switch to my profile right now. But yeah, Gacha and Marsha gets picked up from the side of Z Warriors.
Magic is my life.
And Cupcake picking up the Hearth. The Gourd actually pairs somewhat nicely with the Gacha. Because during that beam of his, then he can, with the Gacha also catching everyone, if he manages to do that, then he can have easily a field day with that ultimate. But Hayabusa getting banned out from the side of Fanaticy.
I'm going to say this again. In my opinion, Hayabusa is not a worthy ban. I mean, Hayabusa is such a difficult hero to get behind right now. Hayabusa is pretty much like Gushin. You need to be fed early game for it to be a very prominent, well, pick. As we do see Florin is banned off from the side of Z Warriors. Scar with potentially the final ban of the evening for Fanaticy, as Scar does ban out the anti-healer himself, Abaxia, and Z Warriors, well, responding with a reworked Grok.
And the Grok ban coming out from the side of Z Warriors. But why would you ban a Florin? Especially when Fanaticy has no sustain right now. They definitely wouldn't pick a support as squishy as a Florin. They would probably pick someone more sustainable, wouldn't they?
You're looking at it the wrong way, you know. I mean, Florin does offer that extra sustainability and that healing capabilities that the Florin does have for the side of Z Warriors. I mean, you've got a Masha and a Getagacha. Getagacha running with that Revitalize. What else not to do with a Florin? I mean, we know Z Warriors with their unconventional picks. I mean, but yeah, nonetheless. Sorry, I'm going into a different banter. As Anubis does pick up the Gushin, Amon, and Spice can do it, does pick up Erythal.
So they have some good damage coming out from the side of Z Warriors. Gord offers a lot of damage. The way DBZ both the Masha offers a lot of damage. Same with the Aemon and the Erythal. And Erythal gives a lot of mobility, which can give that extra numbers advantage during objectives.
And I will revive
Yeah,
it.
well, I mean, Coco Pop's picking up the Clint. So Clint not being banned out. Well, anyway, it could go either way. Both teams have very strong drafts. This is going to come down to team fight, set capabilities, and chasing the objectives. In my opinion, Z Warriors definitely has the advantage when it comes into team fights, especially if Getagacha or the Masha initiates first. Ideally, you would want that Masha to initiate first and then Getagacha with his Avatar of Guardian to follow up, and Gord just to follow up with his first skill stun. But nonetheless, Fanaticy definitely has, with the Sandstorm and the Ecliptic Blades, they've got a deadly combo from the side of them as well. And Harith being a high mobility hero that can pack a magic damage punch, Fanaticy should definitely be respected going into the second match. But ladies and gentlemen, we are heading in to the second match of Z Warriors up against Fanaticy. It's a best of 3 series. Fanaticy currently leading it by 1. So this is a match point for Z Warriors. But enough of me, as I will hand you over to Lotus and Mr. Waylander himself. Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Do or die stages for the side of Z Warriors. Will they be able to even the series out? Or will we see Coco Pops on that gold lane once more be so devastating? All to play for? Space in the main stage as is. Oh, look at that. That's the thing with Akali. Akali's early game damage there, Lotus, is just absolutely nuts.
Very much so, and he's certainly capitalizing it, taking Goku to almost a quarter of his HP.
Yeah, and that's on a Gato, mind you, and you know how tanky a Gato is.
I mean, just earlier we were mentioning how you don't want to be dealing with the Gato so early because of his sustainability, but Khalid can do it.
Yeah, exactly. With a counter jungle going on here. Oh, there's going to be the engagement onto him, and he walked straight into that cupcake, picking up first blood.
Anubis, the Egyptian deity of death, getting taken down and dying so early in the game.
Yeah, so Lotus, not just with the dad jokes, also with some ancient Egyptian trivia here.
Well, we all have things that we like to learn about, so.
it looks like Gato. He's learned from his repositioning experience, but he's gonna get caught out here. The damage through. Will we see the Lycan bounce coming in? Oh, Scar, he tries to heal back up, but Gato sustains through so much. There's the follow-up. Anubis, he doesn't have the endless shot, but he's trying to get something done, but the endless shot is available. He commits it at just the right time. Anubis picking up a kill in response. Oh, but Vendetta with the eclectic grades comes into the mix here, chasing down. Does she have the damage? Oh, just underneath the turret. Yeah, but Gato with the taunt, trying to get that Bernadetta. She did use the second skill, so she's gonna try to use the water. Oh, look at the dodge there from Ryan. He's going further. Well, we'll see. We should see a little bit of a dance, right? Marsha wants to get into the mix. Marsha commits the ultimate, right? Trying to escape, but no way out.
Why did Benedetta take that direction and go between the two turrets? She should have gone to the right. But it is what it is. Lesson learned, hopefully. And the first turtle is up. The teams will now try to contest for it.
Yeah, there's 5 kills very early on, but a 1k gold lead going the way of Fanaticy. As you say, the first turtle is up. Harold just dancing around as he does, like at a Persian nightclub. Just throwing out some damage there towards the mid lane. Wants to create that space. Gato is going to get engaged upon. There's the connection made into the backline. Onto the court. Taking him out of the equation. And the shot comes in there. But oh, what a second skill from Ryan. However, the Avatar Guardian up point. Marshall there with a follow-up to finish things off. As Scar tries to reposition. He's taking a lot of damage. Anubis in the mix here. It's going to be a retry battle. Anubis wins the retry battle there against Blue. And uses that crazy mobility from A1 to reposition.
Z-War is finally getting the first turtle in this entire best of 3 series in their favor this time. That Scar getting poked down. Gord already using his ultimate, but Scar at least has that healing to just survive the damage right now.
Yeah. Scarby, if I could just ask you a favor, right? If you can check the name of God's ultimate. I mean, we don't feature a god much. I'm not sure what it is.
Mystic Gush.
Mystic Gush. So somebody's been playing non-meta heroes here, Scarby. Somebody.
No. Literally, you can see it here in the tournament lobby.
Yeah, I'm teasing. We see how defensive she got. Incredible. A little bit of chase onto the A1, but A1 has that high mobility, so can reposition. However, Scar, he just wants to go for Vegeta. There's the standstill. Salmon Force comes up, blown up before he can settle. However, Irotel into the mix. Spice can't do it, wants to try to get a bit of an engage on, but once more, Scar into the front line with the Scimitar, just forcing everybody back, so that's a pick of kill. Meanwhile, Eclectic Blades does come out there from Ryan on that Bernadetta. I wanted to go in maybe for a bit of a wave cut. To create a certain degree of space to make the rotations across for this next turtle that's going to be up. Super 17 on the Marsha, however, has other ideas. This is the thing, right? Bernadetta is one of those XP laners that loves to rotate. Marsha can as well, but Marsha is more of a split pusher. So it's like the question in the Bernadetta's mind right now is, should I be leaving waves, or can I have the opportunity to go for a wave cut? Because if I don't cut the wave, Marsha's gonna split push that lane to death. So it's all about timing. I mean, you look at this, right? Bernadetta and Marsha are sticking on towards the top lane, not coming towards this turtle. As it's gonna be this time around, Blue managed to secure it. Oh, but the double flick is coming through. God manages to reposition, but Scar once more into the mix. God with the Mystic Gush comes out. There's the endless shot. What an endless shot. Beautiful one for Avatar Guardian with a follow-up. Scar trying to survive through all of this, but Heaven. Zabun forcing everybody to death. So this time around, it looks like Cupcake's winning the battle of the Cupcake versus Cocoa Pops.
That is true, but Benedetta did leave the lane, and like you said, the Marsha went for the split push.
Oh, look at that from Scar once more taking down the board. I mean, that's the issue with the board. Board is not the highest mobility of, well, actually anybody ever. Even though he's on like a skateboard, like a hoverboard. You know, you'd think that he'd have some mobility. There's the Marsha into the mix. Endless shots there for follow-up. The Zabun Force does come out. Marsha is quite low. But look at this from the M1. He's trying to get the basket front. But all the Petrify combo comes in there. Shut down, kill. as Clint doing some damage there in the bot lane, forcing everybody away, but it's going to be God and Amon and Marsha here in the mid lane. So that rotation from a Bernadetta, beautifully done. But, Cocoa Pops being eaten up there by Spice can't do it.
Ran past him and killed him. Erithel literally ran past him and just shot him.
Yeah, but Erithel almost getting caught out here. He's gonna get caught up. Pops out, trying to get away, but it's not slow from the Sabbath Force. Just their killing spree going the way of cupcakes. Or cupcake. I don't think that's a plural. I think it's a singular cake.
Yes, it's just a one. But Scar getting scouted out right now will get taken down by the endless shards. But in the meantime, Roger is just wanting to go for the kill and avenges his teammate.
Yeah, and helps set up the double. This is the thing with a Roger. If you can time that Lycan pounce, you can evade so much of the damage coming through. And this has created the space, not for the third turtle Lotus, but rather space for the first Lord. 8-minute Lord is up.
True, tier 2 turret also getting taken down, especially with the golden shield in the mid lane. I love how Fanaticy is putting all their focus on the mid, because that is the quickest route for the Lord to go as well, but Benedetta already giving us some more action.
Yeah, wants to go in on that, Amon has to commit that endless shards, but that was just to create enough space for Roger. He's just melting this Lord down, and so this is the first Lord of the game being taken down. I just want to check on the shields. Have the shields been popped here in the mid and bot lane?
Yes, they have.
The mid lane only.
No, just the mid lane. I didn't see the tier 2 bottom turret was still up and running.
Yeah, I actually thought Clint took it down because he was for such the longest period of time, right? He was around the red buff. I thought he did take it down while we were watching what was going on with the Lord, but turns out no.
He was actually busy zoning the Marsha and just distracting her so that she can't split push or help with the trying to get vision on the Lord.
Speaking of the Marsha being engaged upon, he has got taken a lot of damage. He gets taken down, but Roger, they want to follow up. It's going to be no Marsha, no Khalid as the Lord barrels his way down the mid lane. They do have the wave clear on the side of Z Warriors. God with that Mystic Rush, he does a lot of damage in there as Iowa is trying to get a certain amount of poke. Is this going to be, is there a pause? If you can just check what was...
Yeah. Goku is lagging right now. He's stuck in the fountain.
Alright. So nice spot there from the referees. We've got that pause up and running. We will... it actually gives us, the casters, also a little bit of time to breathe there. You say, Lotus?
Sure, I mean, you were talking so quickly. Oh, someone joined.
Guys, we just have a Gato offline over there. We're just gonna find out what's the reason.
Alright.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll wait for your signal. Alright, so Lotus, let me get us back up on the screen. I'm sure the viewers want to see your pretty face instead of just the pause screen counting down.
No, I think the pause screen is way better to look at.
Oh, is not Don Ryan not in the chat? Is it? Yes. I see. That's why the comments are coming out. Yeah. But let's talk about this match, Lotus. So far, we know it's 1-0 in the favor of Fanaticy. Fanaticy is one of the strongest teams on our server. They are putting down a definite marker here. With the Lord battling down the mid lane, as things stand, the base is open. There's just, I think, one hit left on that mid lane turret. Do you think that this is an ending angle? Let's see whether either of us can predict what we think is going to happen.
Well, I'll say this much. It looks like an ending angle. The side of Fanaticy is quite fed. They do have a 6k gold lead. A 6.5k gold lead. They're definitely going to try to end. They have the damage to do so. And the Gourd, which has a lot of wave clearing abilities, if they can target him first, then it shouldn't be a problem for them. But what would you say can the Warriors do to defend?
Well, they've got some big spells. It depends now. Goku did have a bit of a lag out. If he's in the mix, right, that Avatar of Guardian is a big spell. Now, here's the thing that I'm thinking about, right? The waves are not synced. I mean, you can see the top lane and the bot lane waves are they're still pushing, and they still have tier 2 turrets to deal with. It means now that everybody is going with the Lord down the mid. With that Avatar of Guardian, you need people to be bunched up, and this could be that moment where the combo hits. Because if if Gato can hit that Avatar of Guardian, God hits the Mystic Gush afterwards, you've got the endless shard damage coming in from the Amon as well. Could be a team wipe, could have that potential to come back, decrease that gold lead significantly. Right, that's what I'm thinking space-wise. But I'm sure Fanaticy are also thinking the same thing at the same time. So we'll just take a look at the movement of the players to see whether they're going to bunch up, spread out. We will expect them to be spreading out, but we're going to be heading back into it now. It looks like everything has been sorted out, but now the continuation of the fight, there's the Sabbath Force, endless shots does come out, but it's going to be Aerith who's just dishing out the damage. Goku still not able to enter the fight, and that was a very, very quick ending angle.
They literally just went for the throat, cut it, and took the game.
Yeah, very disturbing analogy there, but I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't know what movies you've been watching in your spare time here.
Do not ask that question.
That's the question. All right. We don't want to know the answer, so we shall remain innocent of what Notice has been up to. Alright, so this was the second game in the best of 3. Fanaticy winning out here up against the Warriors, booking their space on the grand stage, heading all the way through to Conquerors of Dawn to compete for the prize pool. Notice if you could just message the players still remaining in the lobby, tell them thank you for being here. We will be back with everyone very, very, very shortly. We will have that a pause screen up and running for all of you, and we'll be heading into the next game, which would be Immortal Order up against PCR, to see which of those two teams move on to the main event.